Hi, everybody. Meteorologist Joe Cioffi here. Weather in 5 days in 5 minutes. Brought to you by Omni True Value Hardware at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York. As they get ready for winter, they are the tri-state, New York City, tri-state area and beyond's largest supplier of rock salt at the lowest prices anywhere. So give them a call, not only with rock salt, but any of the great snow melt products or anything else you need to get you through this winter. 631-756-1125. And the website is omnitruevalue.com. Wholesale holiday lighting by Giannini, your complete holiday lighting specialist, meeting all your decorating needs. As we are now on the rush to Christmas, you want your home decorated for the holidays, or maybe this is part of your business and you need some additional stock. Give them a call. They're at 631-957-5106, 162 Ocean Avenue in Lindenhurst, New York, and the website is liholidaylighting.com. So we've got a little winter on the watches and warnings map in the Northeast for the first time pretty much this season. We have some winter weather advisories up around the lee shores of Lake Erie, and that's mostly lake effect stuff. Also seeing winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings up for parts of northeastern New York, Vermont, large area there, get into winter storm warnings. Mostly winter weather advisories up in New Hampshire, and then you get into winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings for northern Maine, where it seems like it has taken forever for the snow to fall there for the first time. And we mentioned the other day on the Joe and Joe Weather Show that it's not just here in the Northeast, but in many places out in the West, like Denver, for example, a good 5 weeks behind schedule as far as their first measurable snowfall is concerned. So here's the snowfall forecast map. I know skiers always have this in their mind, and this is mostly for tonight into the first part of Saturday morning. We have this first weather system that is moving through. While we're not really looking at big amounts of snow, there are a few places like up in northeastern New York and some of the elevated areas up in the Adirondacks where we could see 5 or 10 inches of snowfall. And also you see maybe up in the White and Green Mountains in Vermont, you're going to see snowfall amounts of 6 to 12 inches there. So fairly busy. And then up in Maine, snowfall amounts of 6 inches plus up in the northern part of the state. We have the first of a couple of weather systems that are going to be moving through the Northeast over the next several days. And let's carry you back now and take a look at what's happening. I want to show you the upper air here with respect to these weather systems. The first one that is going on right now, we have this upper low trough in western New York and western Pennsylvania. That actually is not a half bad looking upper low that forms over southeastern New England. That's going to strengthen the surface low and throw all that snow back that you saw up in New England, in northern New England for today into tonight. That pulls out. Now there's a second short wave that comes down for Sunday. And there's two pieces of it here. And this is where things kind of change from a couple of days ago. The second system has become a bit more disjointed. So we're not overly bullish on its prospects as it heads to the southeast. So you've got this lead shortwave that comes down Saturday night into Sunday morning, just sort of weakens, then a stronger shortwave behind it with an upper low that forms up in western New York and western Pennsylvania, and that's going to swing off at the southeastern New England, much like what we're seeing now. But I'm not 100% sure how much surface development you're going to get out of this. And that's off the NAM model, by the way. And then as we move it forward through next week, we are going to be on the chilly side into the middle part of next week, and there's likely to be another short wave that drops down behind it for the middle part of next week. I'm going to just have to go back one run so you can see it a bit better, but you see it there. It kind of, part of it swings in across eastern Canada and northern New England, and another shortwave sort of dives down underneath it along about Wednesday or Thursday of next week. There's enough cold air around so that if these one of these shortwaves amplifies itself to an extent, we could wind up with seeing the first snows, mostly away from coastal areas, I think. Just not quite cold enough in coastal areas yet for anything of consequence. But it's close. I mean, there is some cold air around here, and the pattern going forward is really not especially warm as we look at it. So here's what the GFS looks like for the rest of today. You see the snow up in northern New England for this afternoon and this evening that gradually diminishes as the low moves out into New Brunswick, and then here comes the next system. Saturday night into Sunday morning, there's a weakening area of light snow in parts of Pennsylvania. I don't think it amounts to much. Then that second short wave, again, doesn't amount to much because of the disjointed nature of these weather systems, and the upper air support's just not really there. And then we have another one on Tuesday that kind of weakens as it moves southeastward, and then we'll be looking for maybe another one later on in the week. So here's what it looks like on the satellite today. We've got clouds running down in through the northeast and northern mid-Atlantic states. They clear out as you head through Virginia and down into the Carolinas and Georgia, where the weather has been quite nice. But you see the flow of clouds across the northern part of the United States, the northern part of the jet stream now relatively active for the next week plus, and that is going to again run these weather systems through every couple of days. As long as we see them with a lot of that sort of frequency, it's going to be very hard for any one system to get strong. Here's the radar. I give it a quick refresh here. Here's the radar as of this is as of 11:10 Eastern Time, AM, 11:10 AM Eastern Time. And you see there's precip over upstate New York, in southern New England, down to Long Island. Of course, much of what we're seeing down on the southern end of this is rain. And then as you get up further to the north in Vermont and northeastern New York and over into northern New Hampshire and eventually up into northern Maine, that's going to be mostly in the form of snow, getting some lake effect streamers coming in off of Lake Erie. And then further back on the radar, you can see these other disturbances that are out to our west. Give you a quick look at what WPC thinks about this as far as snow is concerned. And I've got the probability here of at least 2. The salmon color is 80%. So it's a pretty high probability of at least 2 inches for much of southwestern New York, northwestern PA, the lee shores of Lake Ontario, and on up into northern New York, northeastern New York, Vermont, northern New Hampshire, and over into interior Maine. And the probability of at least 4 is at least in the darker blue is where the 50% line is. So it's at least 50% for at least 4 in concentrated in those same areas. So I think they're going to pull off a 4 to 6 inch snowfall in most places without too much difficulty. Weather in 5 is brought to you by Omni-True Value. Weather in 5 is brought to you by Wholesale Holiday Lighting by Giannini, your complete holiday lighting specialist, meeting all your decorating needs at 162 Ocean Avenue in Lindenhurst, New York, 631-957-5106. And the website is liholidaylighting.com. Omni-True Value Hardware, your go-to place for salt and anything else you need to get you through the winter at 1226 North Wellwood Avenue in West Babylon, New York, 631-756-1125 for the best prices in town. And omnitruevalue.com is the website. So just a real quick update here. I've been actually kind of sick for the last couple of weeks. I've had some minor stomach ailments, the sort of thing where you don't make too much of it, but it didn't really quite go away, and now just sort of escalated. And it's now combined itself with apparently a virus of some kind that is running around that is not a COVID virus. So I've pretty much tested for everything, and everything came back negative. So I'm trying to get things done when I have the energy during the day, and just hoping that this bug that I have goes away soon, because frankly, it's pretty inconvenient, and it does take its toll when your energy is limited, and then all you want to do is go to sleep. So I figured I got some energy right now. Let me get a Weather in 5 in. I'm trying to. I contacted Joe Rayo to see about doing a Joe and Joe show today, maybe a bit earlier than usual, while I have the strength. I have not heard back from him yet, but if we are able to do it, I'll put something up, and if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, you'll get a notification. Or if you're on my weather platform on Patreon, you'll get a post as to when the Joe and Joe weather show will be. So everybody have a great day, and enjoy the rest of your holiday weekend. I sure hope I get better soon. We'll see you later.